Hello, welcome to another edition of James and Chris Science Videos, where today we're going to be looking at plants. Now, to start this off, we're going to ask the question of what a plant is. How do we know that the organism we're looking at is a plant? And the answer to that question is the key word of photosynthesis. Plants are living organisms that can make their own food out of carbon dioxide and water, and they fix it into place using a process called photosynthesis. Now, if it can do photosynthesis, it's going to be a plant. Plants come in all shapes and sizes, but like all living organisms, they have organs. And the organs that they have are going to be explained by Mr. Kippax. So let's head over to the lab now and let Mr. Kippax explain.
Right, what we're going to look at is the actual structure of a plant. A very, very simple way of looking at the structure, the functions, and what each part of the plant does. For this, you need great artistic skills, and this is my pre-plant that I've drawn. Scientists are scientists for a reason. We're not particularly great artists, but it still focuses nicely on what we want to just remind ourselves about the actual plant. So we're going to look at a plant. We're going to draw a big smiley face, and we're going to put on the petals, and we're going to think about that part. Then we're going to put on the stem and some roots. Very simple diagram, and then of course missing is the leaves. Now I'm going to put a little smiley face in there because I think plants are happy. There we go. Why do we do this? Well, it's just to focus and remind ourselves of the main areas of a plant. Like humans, we have lots of different tissues and lots of different organs and different systems that provide different functions for ourselves. Plants are no different. They have different tissues and different organs providing the roles for the plant. If you highlight here, we have our leaves. And you should know now that the leaves are the site of photosynthesis. That is how the plant produces its food through the most important equation that there is, the photosynthesis equation, and feeds itself and gives itself its energy for growth. The stem is the circulation system. Okay, allowing, for example, if the plant has made lots of sugar through photosynthesis, then those sugars might want to be stored down in the roots for winter. So the plant needs to be able to move its resources either down into the roots to be stored or back up to the plant later to be used. And the plant is also obviously absorbing water and nutrients from the roots. And those roots need to transport themselves up through the roots, up through the circulation system and around to the plant. This is obviously another part of the four parts: the roots, the circulation system, otherwise known as the stem, and the leaves. Lastly, the fourth main part of a plant is the flower. Now, lots of people have lots of different ideas. Why do plants have flowers? If you're Mrs. K, then you believe that plants produce flowers so that the husband can buy them and decorate the house with lovely bright colours and smells across the house. And she's partly true. However, this isn't exactly why plants produce their flowers. They go to an awful lot of trouble. It takes them an awful lot of energy that they've made through photosynthesis to produce that flower. And that is done because the flower simply is the site of reproduction. That flower is there to attract, for example, bees to come and pollinate, or other insects to come in and help them with the reproduction of that plant. Eventually that flower will die and produce the fruits or the seeds of that plant. It's the next generation of the plant. Reason, biologically speaking, we're all here is to produce the next generation. Likewise, the flower is there to allow the plant to produce the next generation of those plants. Four parts then: flower, the leaves, the circulation system, otherwise known as the stem, and the root system that allows that plant to survive.
Brilliant. So now you've seen the different organs and you've seen Mr. Kippax's input in it. What I've got here is just a standard picture that just describes the different organs and just shows where they are. What I'd like you to do is to draw a picture of that plant and label it. Next to it you can see a table that I've put. All you need to do is to copy that table down, and then into the function column I want you to tell me what each of the different organs does. So what does the leaf do? What does the stem do? What does the flower do? And what does the root do? What is their function? Thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.